Hello, welcome to Module 2, and we're working through key number 2, which is curiosity and discovery. Man, this is so important. This is where we get to be kids again. Yes. Do you remember when you were a child, when you were a little kid, you probably liked to play a lot of games and have fun with other kids and explore, and you were curious about everything. You know those little kids that keep asking, but why and why? Well, here in this module, we want to encourage that childlike spirit. And so this is a very exciting module, okay? And don't allow your adulthood or your adulting to get in the way of this blessing, all right? So I'm convinced that we need to have a different attitude toward curiosity and discovery. Now listen to this. The only limits we have, the only limits you have or that I have are the ones that we set on ourselves. A lot of kids, you see them, they'll be playing, they'll be with their friends, and they will try all kind of things and ask no one for permission. That's what you and I need to do. Now in the book Maximize, in this chapter, I talk about a story of a goldfish. I want to bring a little more light to that story. So as I wrote in Maximize, there was this guy who wanted some entertainment in his house. And he thought, you know what? I'm going to buy a goldfish. At least I'll have a pet and something to look at when I come home from work. So he went out and he bought this goldfish. Now, it was a simple goldfish. He put it in a small fish bowl about this size, about the size of my head. And he thought, this is the greatest thing. This is the greatest thing. I have a goldfish now in my house. And so every day he would come home, he would go to the goldfish, he would feed the goldfish, he would look at the goldfish. And for about a week or two, it was okay. Until one day he got home and he thought, man, this goldfish looks a little bit like depressed. And he thought, well, of course the goldfish is depressed. It's by itself. It's in a little fish bowl. It eats the same food all the time. Man, we need to do something about this. So he said, I know what I'm going to do, because he had some plata, some money. He said, I'm going to make a huge fish tank. It's going to cover the whole wall of my apartment. And what I'm going to do in that fish tank is I'm going to put other fishes, exotic fishes, fishes from the islands, fishes from all over the states and all over the world. I'm going to get some toys so that the fishes can play with, so they can swim across the tank and they can just explore their new home. And so he said, I'm even going to get them some organic food. I know some of you like organic food. I know. So he made the tank, right? And he took out the goldfish from the small fish bowl and put that goldfish in the huge fish tank that covered the whole entire wall. Now I know if you're like me, you're thinking that fish, that goldfish must have been super excited, and it must have went all over the fish tank, swimming from the left to the right, up and down, and to the surprise of the owner, where he put the fish, the goldfish, can you believe this? Stayed right there in that same spot. Oh my gosh. He's like, what's going on with you, buddy? Come on, go. You have all this world to discover. You have all this fish tank, all these new friends. I'm even putting organic food in there. Why aren't you moving? So he said, I know. It's because he may not like this spot. So he took the goldfish and put the goldfish on the other side of the tank. To his surprise, he was swimming about 2 inches to the left, 2 inches to the right. The same thing that he would do when he was in the fishbowl. You see, this story reminds me of humans, of us, because we're quick to criticize this goldfish, aren't we? We're like, come on, brother and sister, you had all that water, you had all that opportunity, you have a chance to meet so many different fishes now, and you stay in the same spot. You stay swimming 2 inches to the left and 2 inches to the right. What is wrong with you? And this story reminds me of us that in this world that we're living in, we have now the greatest technology humans have ever seen. We even have artificial intelligence. We have so much access to education, which was module 1, right? To opportunities, especially if you live in the United States. We have so much opportunity to explore other people and cultures, just like this goldfish had to explore the whole tank and other fishes. And yet, like the goldfish, we stay in that little fishbowl mentality. Nope, I don't want to explore anything. I love my city, or I love my small town. I love the way my family does things. I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to stay put in my comfort zone. Oh man, those comfort zones, we got to burn them. I'm telling you, because if we want to maximize our lives, we're going to have to get aggressive about our dreams and goals. And that means that we're going to have to kick charge, turbocharge our curiosity and discovery. So say it with me. I want to get rid of a fishbowl mentality. That's right. We want to get rid of that. And one of the best ways you can do that is simply to start getting to know new people. You know, get to know new people, get to explore new places and things. I'm reminded when I was in graduate school, we had a trip to China, and we got to go to the Great Wall of China. This was amazing, right? There's like 5 levels, huge, okay? The Great Wall of China is something you have to experience that. And we're there in the Great Wall of China, and one of our colleagues, she's 70 something years old, and she's climbing the Great Wall of China. And I thought, man, I was in my 20s at the time. And I thought, if she is climbing the Great Wall of China at 70 plus years old, what will I be doing when I am that seasoned, that mature? You know, I don't want to say old. She was older, you know. How about you? What are you interested in doing in this season of life? What would you like to achieve? What would you like to overcome? Maybe there's something or someone or a culture that you would like to know. Maybe you want to learn a new language. That would be amazing. That would be awesome. The best discovery that we can do in this module 2, is to discover you. Yes, that's right. The best discovery we can have is discovering ourselves, discovering who we are. And by the way, that self-discovery, it's a lifelong process. If you become a lifelong learner, which is one of the outcomes of this course, for you to become a lifelong learner, you will be discovering, having self-discoveries, rediscoveries continuously, because you're going to what? You're going to grow, which means you're going to evolve, which means your taste buds and things that you used to like, you will no longer like. You will despise that small fishbowl, I'm telling you, and you will want to explore the world. When we were at the Great Wall of China, I thought, man, if she's doing this at 70 plus, what will I be doing? I know one thing. I'm not going to be sitting down somewhere doing nothing. I will be maximizing my life. So here are 3 things that you need to implement in this module so that you can kick charge your curiosity and discovery and maximize your life. Are you ready? Are you ready? Number 1, we spoke about this in the first module, but I have to bring it back because I know this is something that's like a bass drum, right? You got to keep beating it. Boom, boom, boom. We got to keep talking about it. Grab your head. Come on, do it with me. I know this is a very active class. We got to embrace a growth mindset. There's just no way around it. We talked about it in module 1. I'm repeating it here because what we repeat and what we write down, we will not forget. Get rid of our stinking thinking, slavery mentality, poverty mentality, whatever is hindering us, right? Growth mindset. We got to start believing in our ability to learn and grow. And we have to understand that intelligence and new skills can be developed over time. So be kind to yourself, okay? Be kind to yourself as you're going through this course, and know that little by little you're making progress. Yes, you're making progress. Number 2, we need to question the world around us. That is so important. We have to practice asking questions about the world, about people, about things, about everything you encounter. Why do things work the way they work? Who decided that in the first place, right? in certain countries, there are, politics, and there's religion, and there's all these other things, many things, social constructs that we have created as human beings so that we can operate with a certain level of understanding, of comfort, or of organization. Doesn't mean that everything is great or that it's working well. Sometimes some things we've created, even in our own lives, in our own marriage, partnerships, businesses, worked for a season, and now we have to modify or change it. So curiosity often begins with the questioning why things are the way they are. Man, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever worked in a place and you had a question about why are we doing this the way we're doing? Why is this like this? What? Who who made this up? And people are like, that's just the way it's done around here. The culture of the organization, the way things are done here, that sometimes we call them the unspoken rules, the unwritten rules, right? That's that curiosity of why. Why is this like this? Why do people behave like this? Why do we sell our products like this? There's most likely a better way of doing and of being. And so in this module, that's what we want you to achieve. We want you to turbocharge your curiosity and discovery by asking why. And number 3, cultivate a sense of wonder. Yes, cultivate a sense of wonder. I would love for you to approach life with a childlike wonder and fascination. Find beauty and intrigue in everyday experiences, okay? I want you to find beauty and find something amazing about your everyday experiences. We can't be like that goldfish in that fishbowl. There's so much more for you to do, for you to achieve, for you to explore, for you to become. That's why you're in this class. I'm trying to motivate you, encourage you, and empower you to become more, to maximize your life. And key number 2 is to develop curiosity and be super excited about discovery. Discover something new today. Discover something new about yourself. Discover something new, if you're a person of faith, about your faith, about God, whatever God you believe in. Discover something new about your partner, about your kids, about your job, about your field. Discover. When you discover something new, you're going to feel great. And you know what? You need to share that with other people. Well, hey, I'm about to close, but I want to remind you about MAP. What's MAP? The map. That's right, your guide, the Master Action Plan. Go through it and pick 1 or 2 action items. Write it in your journal. This is what I'm going to do in this module 2 of key number 2 of curiosity and discovery. What are you going to implement to turbocharge this key in your life? This will help you to maximize. So come on, I'm excited. I can't wait to hear all about it. See you in the next module.